Hey y'all, so Station 19, Season 3, Episode 7, Satellite of Love. Wow, there was literally no love on this episode. How ironic. Yeah, the episode pretty much starts off with Andy and Jack hooking up. They just can't seem to stay out of each other's bed. They live together now. And Andy still heard about, her father. And Jack is, he's Jack. Everybody else seems like they just at it this morning on the sex tip. But yeah. Um, so seeing Miller get to be a pops is kind of cool. Like he's really good at the job, and and JJ's really terrible at it. And I saw this coming. We'll get there. Um, bro, Sullivan stealing drugs. Like bro, like at first I was like, oh, he really needs the drugs because what's going on with his leg and everything, the nerve damage. I was like, man, he really does need the drugs. But then, nigga, excuse me, excuse me, this man done overdosed, right? And they really just teased us right now, like, bro, you can't tease us with Ripley scenes, like. What is this? Like, we are still hurting that Ripley and Vic didn't get to be together. Like, and y'all sit here and tease us with a Ripley scene 7 episodes into the season? This is not okay, man. This is like a 2 to 3 seasons down the line thing, not like 8 episodes after it happened. Like, this is nuts. Yeah, I just want to say that really just hurt my heart a little bit, and we'll let that go. But Sullivan, we'll get him in the Dixon. Dixon's son is now a probie at Station 19. If you don't know what probie means, basically he's the new guy, like the rookie. He's a rookie, and they call him probies at fire stations. So he's a probie, and he gets left at the fire station because he's too slow, too slow, and he's there. Excuse me, and he ends up having to do the front desk and everything. But then he saves Sullivan because Sullivan was having an overdose and everything. After he gets done talking to Ripley and everything, little Dixon walks in there and he pretty much says like, um, hey man, I think you were having an overdose. And Sullivan pretty much turns it around on him. And was like, bro, these drugs are prescribed. I have a prescription for these and everything. And he's like, yes, sir. And he's like, bro, I know this ain't right, but I'm just gonna listen to you because I'm the new guy. And what choice do I have but to listen to you? So he just listens to him. Um, he goes and gets one of them things, so they come back. I just seen it on way too many shows where they take the thing and up their nose, like they push it up their nose, and then they start breathing again. I guess Narcan, Narcan. I think that's what it's called, Narcan. Bro, like dude was like looked like he was like scared, like he didn't really know what he was doing. He was like, okay, maybe this will work. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, he did that. Now Warren knows that something is up with Sullivan. He knows like he's kind of figuring it out, and I feel like next week maybe he might find out a little bit more. But he's figuring it out, and he's like, there was some drugs missing. Where are they at? And he's like, yeah, maybe you just miscounted. Is what he tells Warren, and Warren's like, mm-hmm. So he don't buy it, but he does. So he kind of just marks out, because he took 3 vials, and so Warren puts 22, and then 3 broken. So yeah, we'll see if this comes out to bite us in the butt. I don't really want that to happen because I really do mess with Sullivan and his love for Andy. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a some wood stuck in my hand. Anyway, a splinter. That's what it's called. But yeah. So Bishop is just making everybody mad. She's really making everybody mad. Like she just don't listen to nobody's opinion about anything. Like at least Andy and Gibson when they were in charge, they listened to other people's opinions about things. Bishop does not listen to nobody. And even Sullivan took people's, opinions into consideration. She doesn't take anybody's considerations or not consideration. She takes nobody's advice into consideration. And it's just kind of like, you know, where you can't do it all alone. That's why you have a team. So because some things you may not know, some things they may know more of than you. And she just kind of like really making me mad, and I feel like she's making everybody mad. And like they just don't even like her anymore. Like they used to be friends and everything, but now she's just their superior. If that's how you say word. And I feel like, that's why you see jobs they don't promote within the same store or department because people won't have the same type of respect for you. And I mean, sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. And in her situation, she's taking advantage of the situation. So they definitely do not have that same type of respect for her that they did before. As a lieutenant, she was still on the background a little bit. So, but yeah, now she's just terrible and she's mean. She is being mean to Dr. DeLuca, sister, Dr. DeLuca. And I'm just like, bro, you got to chill out on this, man. We see how you was raised and everything, but you don't need your daddy's acceptance anymore, bro. You can chill out on that. She was trying to kill Vic because she had her stepping in that fire, bro. I was like, bro, don't do this to Vic, bro. You could be losing Vic too. And at the same time, what I was thinking was Ripley. He was like seeing Ripley dead, and I thought like, then he started seeing Vic too. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if something happens to her as she's doing that? But that wasn't the case on this time, because they be doing that freaky weird stuff on TV shows, where like they would like, oh, and they faded away like they died, and then you go find them and they really dead. Like they be doing stuff like that on TV all the time. So I was like, oh, man, they done killed Vic. But no, it's Vasquez, Vasquez, Vasquez that almost died. He's got his guts hanging out. Warren's got his what's it called? Physician response team out there. And, he's like, oh, minor injuries. But then Vasquez get hurt and he gets to perform surgery on him. And which is cool. I'm like, bro, he wouldn't have lived if he wasn't there to save his life, which is cool. Like this, that means that this actually works. And I wonder if they really have those. But, I don't know if they really do or not. But, that would be pretty cool to see. If that was like a real life thing, that'd be super dope. But yeah, like they were really out there to save lives, and it was kind of crazy to see like, if we had more of these, more people wouldn't die on the scene. More people would at least make it, to the hospital, if not live. So, it would be cool to see that in real life. Um, After Sullivan's, mishap and everything, after listening to the advice of Dead Ripley, tell him like, don't be like me. You're a ghost in somebody's overdose. And he's like, overdose? Well, then he wakes up and everything. And then he goes tells Andy that he's in love with her. And, that he needs her and he needs to tell her something. And she's like, I can't be mad at my dad no more because he's sick. But ain't nothing wrong with you. So I can be mad at you all I want. Not knowing that something really is wrong with this dude. He really is sick. And he really do need your help. And I'm still like, bro, come on, dog. Don't do this. Don't do this. He just poured his heart out to you, and he's sitting there like this. What? Sometimes men just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They think you can just fix it by saying stuff, and sometimes that's not it, man. You need to be a little bit more consistent, and you need to try a little bit harder, bud. And Andy found out that that was another reason why she didn't get the job was because of her dad's illness, and that he knew That's another reason why he knew about the sickness and didn't tell her. So you're just adding to the pile of things that she has to be mad about, bro. So what are you surprised about? Now we end with JJ walking out on Miller and the baby. And I'm like, man, I saw this coming. I saw this coming. She didn't want to be no parent. She wasn't about that life. But I mean, like, at least she left the kid with the father. Um, she had this plan the whole time. At least she knows what, I can't really be mad at her because she didn't do anything sideways and crazy. She actually left the baby with the father and everything. So I'm just like, even you can't be too mad at her. She did that's not what she wanted. She carried the baby to term. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have an abortion, nothing like that. So like she had the baby. So there's nothing to really be mad about. Now next week, they said the doctors is getting on these firefighters' head. Like we got Amelia talking to Robert Sullivan about his addiction. We got Dr. Avery getting on Vic because she moved into his place and didn't tell him. And who knows what other kind of mixes we'll see. So next week will be back to the normal Grey's Anatomy Station 19 mix up. It was just different because of Alex's episode this week. So next week it'll kind of be back to normal on that. So yeah. Other than that, I think that was pretty much it. And I will see you guys on Monday. And like, comment, subscribe, blah 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 blah. I'll see you guys later.